Alright, so in this problem, I have 2 to the power of x plus y minus 2 to the power of x is equal to 120. So obviously, I want to find the values of both x and y for this. So for my solution, I'm going to first start by using the property of exponents that states that a to the power of m plus n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m times a to the power of n. Meaning 2 to the power of x plus y, I can rewrite this as 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of y, and I have this minus 2 to the power of x is equal to 120. Now, I'm going to go ahead and factor out 2 to the power of x from this equation, from my left-hand side. So now I have 2 to the power of x times, now 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of y divided by 2 to the power of x, simply just 2 to the power of y, and negative 2 to the power of x divided by 2 to the power of x is negative 1. So this is equal to 120. Now, 120, this is the same thing as eight times 15. And notice how 2 to the power of x, this is going to result in an even number because 2 to the power of any number is going to be even. And 2 to the power of y minus 1, well, an even number minus 1 is going to be an odd number. 2 to the power of y is going to be an even number, and an even number minus 1 is an odd number. So this is even, this is odd. And notice how 8, this is even, and 15, this is odd. So I have an even number times an odd number is equal to an even number times an odd number. So this means that both the even numbers are equal to each other. So 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And both the odd numbers are equal to each other. So 2 to the power of y minus 1 is equal to 15. So let's first start by solving 2 to the power of x equals 8. So 8, this is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3. So now I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 to the power of 3. And this means that x is equal to 3. Now for 2 to the power of y minus 1, I can add 1 on both sides. So I get 2 to the power of y equals 16. 16 is 2 to the power of 4. So I have 2 to the power of y is equal to 2 to the power of 4. So this means that y equals 4. So my value of x is 3 and my value of y is 4. Alright guys, so in this problem, I have x minus 1 squared is equal to x squared. So to solve this, I actually have two different methods of solving this problem. So for method 1, I'm going to start by rewriting x minus 1 squared as x minus 1 times x minus 1. And I have this is equal to x squared. And now, x minus 1 times x minus 1, let's go ahead and expand this. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 1 is negative x. Now I'm going to distribute the negative 1. Negative 1 times x is negative x. And negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So this is equal to x squared. Now I can subtract x squared on both sides. So then these two cancel out and these two cancel out. So now I have negative x minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now negative x minus x is negative 2x. So I have negative 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Meaning now I can add 2x on both sides. So then these two cancel out and I get 2x is equal to 1. Meaning x is equal to 1/2. Now my second method for solving this problem if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So our equation is x minus 1 squared is equal to x squared. So I can actually subtract x squared on both sides. So now I have x minus 1 squared minus x squared is equal to 0. And now notice how this is in the form a squared minus b squared. A is x minus 1 and b is x. So now I have x minus 1 plus x times x minus 1 minus x is equal to 0. So x minus 1 plus x, that's the same thing as 2x minus 1 times x and negative x, these two cancel out, so negative 1 is equal to 0. So now if I divide both sides by negative 1, these two cancel out, and I get 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, meaning 2x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 1/2. That's my second method. Alright, so in this problem, I have x minus 3 to the power 4 is equal to x to the power 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract x to the power 4 on both sides. So then these two cancel out, and now I have x minus 3 to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 is equal to 0. Now, I'm going to rewrite this as x minus 3 squared to the power of 2 minus x squared to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So this is going to equal x minus 3 squared plus x squared times x minus 3 squared minus x squared is equal to 0. And now this is the same thing as x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus x squared times x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus x squared is equal to 0, because I just expanded x minus 3 squared. So now I'm going to simplify this to 2x squared minus 6x plus 9 times negative 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So now this gives me two equations. I have 2x squared minus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0, and negative 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. So for negative 6x plus 9 equals 0, I get 9 is equal to 6x, and x is equal to 9 over 6, which is equal to 3 over 2. So this is one solution of x. Now for 2x squared minus 6x plus 9, I have to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 2, b is negative 6, and c is 9. So I get x is equal to negative of negative 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 6 squared, which is 36, minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 9, all over 2a, so 2 times 2. And now this is equal to positive 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 8 times 9 is 72, all over 4, which is equal to 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 36 over 4, which is equal to 6 plus or minus the square root of 36i over 4, which is equal to 6 plus or minus 6i over 4. And if I divide everything by 2 over here, I get 3 plus or minus 3i over 2. So these are two more solutions.